to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, the door will be open. It starts with ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. You know, for many years, I always, looked at this Bible passage. It's as simple. Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. But I pray time will take us to really explain this thing. Now, some time back we talked about darkness. And we talked about the system of darkness. And we said its promotion is over preventing you to experience moral elevation, spiritual elevation, and intellectual elevation. 3 elevations. Moral elevation. I really need to break this down. Moral elevation, intellectual elevation, and spiritual elevation. Moral elevation has to do with the attitude and conduct in relationship. Attitude and conduct in relationship. Moral elevation, intellectual elevation, and spiritual elevation. This darkness system is what it's all about. Preventing you from experiencing elevation in these areas. So when the Bible says, ask and ye shall receive, seek ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened to you, it means on these 3 grounds, there has to be a stepping up. On these 3 grounds, there has to be what? A stepping up. And how does that stepping up occur? When you are asking, it is not just opening your mouth to ask. It simply means mentally you are consistently asking. You are tasking your mind to understand things. You are orally requesting for answers from people. Still, your mind is tasking over the issue. Consistently, your attitude shows that, no, I really need to understand this thing. If your attitude and your oral speaking and your mind does not dwell on an issue, sometimes you will never get the answers necessary to equip you. What is necessary to equip you is tied to your attitude. Sometimes you ask me questions and I tell you, you are not yet ready for the answer. Because your attitude does not really show that you need this answer. So even though you ask, I might not give it to you because you do not look like someone who is really ready for the answer. Your attitude has to show it. Your mental obsession has to show it. Your aura, your speaking every time has to show it. I will know that you are hungry to get an answer. Only someone who is mentally obsessed, who through his orals consistently asks left to right, seeking through books consistently, is the person who receives. You are actually performing the work of asking, knocking, and seeking. That is where that action is completed. It is not in your just opening your mouth to ask. It's in that mental obsession. That mental obsession. The more obsessed you are mentally about a thing, and you are asking and seeking, I would say it's come boldly to the throne of grace. There is an attitude. And if that attitude is not in place, then most of the time you can't get the answer. And if you are short of the answer, the veil is still over your face. The war is the war of dealing with veils. Dealing with veils simply means dealing with ignorance on 3 levels: morally, intellectually, spiritually. These grounds have got to be dealt with. Then we will look like who they have been sent to. John the Baptist says something. I always say this. John the Baptist says something. He said, I wouldn't have known him except that he that sent me told me. The seeker has what he is looking for. The man who is supposed to do one thing or the other, or to give an answer, he knows what he's looking for. If he sees the attitude, he will draw near to you, even as you're seeking to draw near to him. And he will release, because it is not for him, it is for you. He would release it. He would release it. I wouldn't have known him except he that sent me told me that on him who the dove descends upon, that is him, that is him, that is him. There is an attitude that is missing. Is an ingredient. That obsession in your mind, that consistent thinking, that consistent troubling of your mind to seek for an answer. If it's not in place, then you would not get the yes. I don't know how many of us here are seekers of new elevations, of new grounds, of new platforms. If you do not engage yourself in this ask, seeking, and knocking as a result of mentally searching, orally speaking to ask, and with your attitude of boldness, wanting an answer, sometimes we would never ever get these things. What we're supposed to get at the age of 25, we begin to get at the age of 45. Why? Because we face it with the wrong attitude. As youths, there is the strength, like this innate strength in us. And we have got to maximize it to the fullest. Maximizing it simply means channeling all of your energy in one direction. The solution simply lies. The Bible says, ye shall know the truth. And automatically, what will happen? The truth is a system. It will set you free. It is a system. So the task I have is to know the truth. There's so much veil over my face, but I need to know the truth. I just need to know the truth. And all I do is search and seek and ponder and wonder consistently. The more I do that, Gideon was stretching the wheat and he was communicating with himself and says, what is happening? And he was doing it secretly because